Vamos a continuar. Quiero probar la pistola esta, a ver qué tal, Ay. Oye, nada de pelearse, que tenemos cosas que hacer. Tengo que ir a la Esperanza.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the
convencerle, ¿sabes? Vale. Conectada al sistema. Bien, ¿no?
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw.
Me van a atacar seguro, tío. Sí, me voy mañana. Me gustaría dejar esto terminado. Este y el Luigi's Mansion. Sí, haré streaming desde allí. Haré IRL el día del torneo, como parte de la campaña de publicidad por la que me llevan. Y luego me quedo unos días más y probablemente intente hacer directo también desde allí en algún momento. Ya os contaré. A ver qué tal va el asunto. Conexión. Vale, no quita mucho, pero podemos gastar balas de estas. Ya que tengo 10.000 balas. Sois técnicos corporativos, vosotros sois de los malos, no me gustáis, Ay, coño, Pavarti. Me meto unos debufos. Porque ahora cada vez que ataco a uno le bajo la armadura. Hasta 10 veces. O sea, es que soy Jesucristo, vaya. No me peguéis, si es que lo digo por vosotros, en serio. ¿Dónde estáis? Estoy bien. Ahí. Sí, iba a ir a ver la final de Worlds. Pero al final me salió esto y dije... Puedo ver Worlds por internet y a la vez irme a Japón. Y no voy a engañar, me apetece bastante un Kikambo. Así que... plan maestro. Es una mierda esta escopeta, tío, pero bueno. ¿La va a convencer? ¡Ey! Puta, qué ofertón. Oh, no he encontrado el archivo. Vale, voy a reparar todo lo que llevo. Por si acaso, tanto lo mío como los de los otros. Ya está. Estoy gastando balas de la puta escopeta esta, tío, porque es que no. Voy a ir con la pistola también. Un rato. Aquí vendré a revivirlos más adelante, seguro. Mega ratucha, tú. Tío, vaya pedazo de rata, ¿no? Pero bueno. Madre mía lo que llevaba, tú. Oye, ratas de mierda, ¿qué pasa? Pero bueno.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
Ya ves.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna be sick.
Buah, aquí salió parda, ¿eh? Mira todos los que han sacado, tío. ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué vamos así? De incógnito. Si podemos matar a todo el mundo.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead.
He pasado por delante.
I am curious to wake him.
Verás.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
Venga. Dime, Ada, estoy haciendo lo correcto. A ver qué dice.
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My
Vaya.
Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the
Una garantía.
drive,
Dale a soltar, hombre.
and also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Vámonos.
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2. I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I wanna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Admitting a deficit. Hi.
Tengo que salir yo de la nave para activarlo.
Skipping the Hope
Ah, no,
in
no, podemos hacerlo.
3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
Sí.
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are a go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Venga, coño, dale. Dale fuego. ¿Qué ha pasado? Ah, vale. He subido de nivel. Dale calor. Verá, va a llegar explotada, tío. Va a llegar. Se va a separar un trozo o algo así. Se va a liar. ¡Oh! Está perfecta, hombre. Tanto rollo, ya ha llegado la nave increíble.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to
No me disparéis, por favor.
be. A hard drink and a long.
Tengo 100 de esto. ¿Puedo subir la pista? No me basta para subirlo. Pero además tampoco gano... Tampoco gano mucho más. Evasión y bloqueo, tío. Los bloqueos perfectos. No he hecho un bloqueo en general. Nunca. Básicamente. Subir esto también, yo que sé. Sí, ya, ¿qué más da? ¿Y esto? Daño por plasma, lo puedo bajar. Daño de armas tecnológicos. La oscilación puede estar bien, ¿eh? Se reduce a cero durante un breve periodo. Es que eso puede estar muy bien para cambiar de... Para cambiar de objetivo después de matar a uno. Vale, me voy a tener que bajar. Ah, vale, estoy volviendo, ok. Ahí. Me he rompido los tobillos. Una vez más. ¿Puedo ir por cualquiera de...? Sí, vale. Utilizando la pistola y la escopeta para guardar balas de las buenas. Bueno, balas de las buenas no. Balas para el arma que tengo, que es medio decente, porque es que si no...
Captain, Captain.
Uy.
I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me. I'll never...
Ay, Dios.
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Sí.
How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning...
Vale, pues tú me lo has dicho al entrar, pero lo que necesito es unirme al al laboratorio.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Se va a liar, Se va a liar bastante fuerte. Ahora nos van a decir algo, rollo. Nos van a contar que este tío estaba haciendo algo malo, por X o por Y. Algo de ese palo, ¿verdad? Justificante oficial. Ante un tribunal designado en el cielo en la fecha y hora señaladas, con la presente documentación. Pero bueno. No hagas esto, Uy, uy, uy. Los cerretes estos dan bastante asco, Pirateo. No puedo. No puedo piratear esto, tío. Necesito 70 de pirateo. Si traigo al pirata conmigo, igual sí puedo hacerlo, ¿no? No está por aquí la contraseña. Igual tiene que estar por aquí la contraseña en algún sitio, Para que no necesites pirateo llegados a este punto. Me parece un poco raro que necesites pirateo de repente. Aquí, esto aquí es donde el tío este dormía, ¿no? Coger potencia de Phineas. ¿Qué dices? ¡Madre de Dios! A ver. ¿Esta es? ¡Madre! Perfecto. Me gusta este arma, ¿eh? Vale, ¿cómo coño hago eso entonces? Si no puedo piratear el rollo este por no tener nivel de pirateo. Me parece un poco raro. ¡Ah! Está dentro del cerdo. Ya me extrañaba. Si está leyendo este mensaje, eso quiere decir que yo, Phineas Wells, he sido secuestrado con alevosía y muy probablemente encarcelado por el pérfido e incompetente gobierno de Edición en la fortaleza penitenciaria de Tártaro. Si todavía no me han ejecutado por delitos que se me han atribuido injustamente, espero que la persona que se encuentre frente a este terminal haya una forma de terminar mi trabajo o rescatarme, preferiblemente lo segundo. Este mensaje representa mi última voluntad. Encomiendo mi cuerpo y mis pertenencias a las gélidas profundidades del éter. Si eres Pipo... He preparado un paquete de cuidados de emergencia y lo he ocultado en un panel. Desbloqueé el panel desde mi terminal y recoge su contenido. A ver, un momento. ¡Ojo! ¿Qué coño es eso? Ah, la clave de navegación. Por cierto. ¿Este arma? Este arma sí cuenta como tecnológica, supongo, ¿no? No lo sé. Probablemente sí. 200... Cañón de descarga ultra... Buah, es que cualquier cosa de estas es muchísimo mejor, tío. ¿Y tú qué estás usando? Buah, es que tiene 900, no sé. Pero bueno, es DPS al final, que tampoco... Iros con esta, yo qué sé. Pero claro, si ahí está detenido... Buah, 100.000 de experiencia. Así, para ti. Pero bueno, ojalá este arma sea buena. Pegando, o sea... Porque tiene 2000, tengo 2000 balas.
Ah, your faces. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Supongo que... Vale. El rollo... Este es el final. La misión final o algo así. Matando a todo el mundo.
Are we really considering breaking Wells out of a maximum security penitentiary?
Sí.
I know we all have a tendency towards lost causes, but this may be taking it too far.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
¿Qué tiene de malo el laberinto?
It's a torment, Captain. Think on the deepest, darkest pit you can imagine and wrap it up in a storm so nasty it'll peel the skin right off your bones. That's Tartarus.
Bien.
Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior.
¿Verdad? Puedo mejorar el arma todo lo que pueda antes de irnos.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
Me cae bien,
If you really
Félix.
need to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
Vale.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding. You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Vale. Esto para mejorar, ¿dónde está? Estará aquí abajo. ¿Lo tengo en mi habitación? Aquí. Trastear. Ah, solo podía trastear una vez. Vale. Y no le puedo poner ninguna modificación, porque ya las tiene puestas. Joder, pues... Está bastante bien. Vamos a reparar todo. Me he mejorado el de este. Me he gastado un huevo de pasta, pero bueno, no tengo nada más que hacer, así que... Hala.
I understand.
Me he mejorado mi equipación. Pa'lante.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution.
Ah, suena bien.
Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time.
¿Algo útil?
Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0.
Dentro de un rato va a ser uno, ya verás.
Can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain.
Llévate una
I
bufanda.
would also ask that you
Llévate un
take
abrigo.
Captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return.
Me parece que no.
Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life, I can generate a new ID for the next captain. I would prefer if you returned, though. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
¿Estás seguro? Fallo mío.
I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
¿Estás seguro? Joder, no tengo persuasión ni mentira.
We're on lockdown. We have standing orders to shoot intruders on sight.
Vale.
Tartarus docking authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock.
¿Otra nave?
Wait, is that from the groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How
Voy a hacer la
can I be
pionera.
of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return. If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is...
Callaos. Tengo que matar a todo el mundo. Buenas tardes. Ah, mira, estos han venido conmigo. Joder. Me gusta este arma, ¿eh? Pero bueno, que es un cadáver, deja al chaval en paz. Ay. Pero es tonto. Sois tontísimos, ¿eh? Me he bajado con la pionera, pero yo qué culpa tengo, chico. Yo disparo al que me dispara, tío. Me acabo de gastar un montón en vez de entrar por el otro lado. Los mares son amigos, no los mates. Pero si me han disparado, yo qué sé. Buah. Da bastante miedo este lugar, Que por cierto, no sé si me contará como pesada este tío. Persuasión. Voy a subir esto más, por si acaso. Madre de Dios, se va a liar, A ver. Hacemos esa. Vale, este me quedan menos balas, así que vamos a ir con esta de primeras. Perdón, con esta. Y voy a también ponerme cosas de estas. ¿Que me puedo comer uno de cada? Estoy preparado. Tengo 10.000 bufos. Ya está para partir la mierda otra vez. La otra arma me la pondré cuando vea que... Cuando vea que estamos contra el que será el boss final, supongo. Hasta entonces me lo guardo esto. Vale, ¿me conviene esperar a que revivan estos? Mis compis. Supongo que sí, ¿no? Sí, estáis bien, tío, estáis increíbles. Mira, pum. Curaos. Está sellada. ¿Será por arriba entonces? Ah. El foso. ¿Va a ser aquí el boss? Vamos a reparar todo por si acaso. No me fío de quedarme de repente sin, ¿sabes? Como que de repente se me rompa o algo así. Y de esta prisión no se escapa nadie, pero bueno. Esto es una tontería. Veniros y ya está. Hostia, no me he dado cuenta, tío, que me estaban matando. Me voy a haber curado y ya está. Ya. Totalmente cierto. Le tenía que haber dado F5 para hacer un quick save. Ah, bueno, pero estamos aquí. Es que nunca veo claramente mi vida. O sea, tengo que... O sea, si me quitan mucha vida, no me doy cuenta. ¿Sabes? Es una pena que no haya granadas, ¿eh? Porque para los grupos irían de puta madre. Acabas de matarla, pero así aún le han metido un navajazo, tío. Le han metido un navajazo, pero bueno. Le he dado el F5 por si acaso. La explosión esa hace daño, tío. Parece que la mierda esta hace daño de área en general. Hostia. ¡Coño! ¿Pero de dónde han salido esta peña? Matar a mis compitruenos. Me tengo que ponerle el arma buena. ¿Será mucho mejor que esta? Para estas cosas. Vamos a probar. ¿Puedo ir por aquí? Ah, es que hay gente por aquí, tío. No, pues no. Pues no es mejor, ¿eh? Vale, es que son estos los que vienen corriendo. tira las habilidades sin que, ni que sea solo por tirarlas, tío. Vale. Me quedan esos solo, ¿no? No tengo nadie detrás. Vale. Toma. Míralas. Aquí está. Ahora sí. F5. Coño. Qué susto, tío.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Le voy a matar, eh.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens.
Pero chico, que estás ahí, pero tú eres tonto.
I'm not in your way, you dullard. You talk to me. You want to go die in a blaze of glory? Be my guest.
¿Estás seguro?
Besides, I don't know what you think you're doing here, but Sophia's doing good work up there with Phineas. Your efforts will be in vain. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle.
Vaya. Ha muerto. Se ha tropezado. Joder, tiene un arma de estas. Es casi que mejor, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Hasta luego. Coño. Me va a matar. Por lo menos. Fuera. Fuera. Vale. Te perfectas, tío.
Nice.
F5.
Calm before the storm and all that. Whatever comes of this.
Me quedan 1000 balas. Y de la otra también tengo unas cuantas, pero ya está. La otra arma que tengo es una horrible. Es una pedazo de mierda.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Tu jefe está bastante muerto, ¿eh? Yo te aviso.
I'm afraid I can't do that. You're a gifted warrior, Captain. You've made your talent for combat abundantly clear. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy.
Ya me jodería, ¿eh? Ya estás tardando, venga.
Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
¿Por qué no lo hablamos? Voy a decir esto, ¿eh?
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. I wish you'd simply cooperated with me. You're the finest marksman in Halcyon. You could have been my gun.
Dame con todo lo que tengas.
If you insist.
Venga.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically. Something.
¿A quién hay que matar? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Dónde está ese mecanoide? Venga. Vas a meca comer polla. Inventario. Vamos a comer un poco de esto. Blindaje y 10 armadura más tal. Pues venga, un poquito de esto. Buah, mira qué bien. Un punto débil, la verdad, que tienes. Espérate. ¡Ah! ¡Qué rápido gira el cabrón! Buah, es muy fuerte, ¿eh? ¿Lo han dicho alguna vez? ¡Ah! Uf, espero que haya como 5 como tú, porque macho. ¿Dónde está el boss de verdad? Ha muerto. ¿Ese era el boss? ¿Really?
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of
Se te ha ido la
your
pinza.
mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
¿Qué dices?
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system...
Pero me esperaba un bicho grande, tío. Eso era un robot normal.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than...
Ah, se queda así como abierto para que hagan DLCs y tal.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing.
La Tierra entera, joder.
2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Pues vaya.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time.
Ahora empieza Mass Effect Andrómeda.
We're going to need a leader.
Empieza así, ¿no? Que los
I can't
reviews.
imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Joder, para adelante. Soy la única persona competente que queda. Pues sí.
I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves. But I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger
Se ve así fijo para que pueda ser cualquier personaje.
From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest
que el final
minds
sea
ever sent out
un PowerPoint está bastante feo, ¿eh?
The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single...
Ya, no, eso es importante, tenerlo en cuenta, que no lo ha hecho un estudio AAA ni nada de eso, Obsidian por sí sola no tiene tantos recursos. Entonces, teniendo en cuenta lo que han hecho, ya es bastante, Y la verdad, yo he visto que hay gente que ha tenido bugs y tal. Yo no he tenido bugs en este juego, tío.
The board was gone.
No algo
And for better
súper,
or
¿sabes?
worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny.
O sea, en mi caso ha salido bastante
Left
bien.
unchecked, the war on Monarch consumed both MSI and the Iconoclasts. And when the sulfur cloud settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life.
Tengo el cursor
Most
aquí.
of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away, and likely died of starvation.
Joder, macho.
Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to...
Te va contando lo que has hecho en cada uno de los sitios. O sea, lo que ha pasado después de que tú elegiste. Yo, por ejemplo, ahí ves, elegí a la Adelaide y por eso me está contando lo suyo.
It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival.
Joder, murió la pobre también.
Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time
la
to
ingeniera.
recruit a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice.
Algunos tuvieron incluso que trabajar.
Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. After all he'd seen and heard adventuring with you, the vicar Maximilian de Soto
Ya ves que de este no he hecho casi nada. Bueno, hice lo del libro.
joined the effort to rebuild the colony. Ironically, he finally found the joy that had eluded him over the course of his life, and realized that perhaps he was always meant to be just a simple laborer after all. He quickly dismissed the idea. Though Parvati eventually grew
Esta es la waifu,
before the unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently, as its chief and sole engineer. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since.
Qué raro que no te pongan que era muerto de sobredosis de alcohol o algo así.
Gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas
Verdad que ese no lo he
Wells,
matado.
he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor.
Joder, macho.
He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Anda que no mate gente. Pues ya estaría. Habiendo terminado esto, lo cual me alegra, me puedo ir en paz. No, pero voy a intentar terminar esta tarde el Luigi's Mansion. Si no lo termino esta tarde, porque ahora he hecho casi 5 horas de directo esta mañana, haré lo que pueda esta tarde. Y si no, mañana por la mañana intentaré hacer un poco, ¿vale? Intentaré dejar los dos terminados antes de irme, la verdad. Porque si no, después ya al volver tengo Death Stranding, que lo voy a jugar mucho más tarde que el resto, pero bueno. Y ya estaría, ¿vale? Ya os contaré cosas esta tarde, lo que sea, pero bueno, luego desde allí habrá directo y eso. Pues eso, me voy a comer y tal, y luego esta tarde le damos al Luigi's Mansion, ¿vale? ¡Hala!